What's going on, guys? It's Steve. Yesterday, you guys really, usually I don't really get that upset, but yesterday, you guys truly got me upset. And, it's all good because, I'm passionate about basketball just like you guys, so we all get upset. But, yesterday, I saw so much disrespect, not towards me, but so much disrespect towards Dwyane Wade. And, to me, it's like, how can you sit there and disrespect someone that has dominated for the last 13 years? It's not even that. It's just like, if you really look into the lives of these athletes, right? He's one of the best role models around. You guys laugh at me when I say, I love the 2003 draft so much, but you guys don't understand why I love it so much. It's not just because they're so dominant. It's because what they do for their community. Look what Carmelo Anthony does for Baltimore and New York City. Look what Dwyane Wade is doing for Chicago right now. Look what LeBron is doing for Akron, for all parts of Ohio. Look what Bosh has done, I think, in Texas and all these other places. So if you really look into their lives, that's why I truly look up to these people. It's not just because they're the most dominant draft ever. It's because the type of people they are. They're humble superstars. Humble. And then yesterday, we had people disrespecting Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh. And I'm just sitting there like, how the hell can you sit there and disrespect them? First of all, the thing about Dwyane Wade, how can you guys sit there and say that Stephen Curry would be able to drop buckets on D Wade in his prime? There is no way in hell Stephen Curry would drop 30 on him. There's no way. I would be surprised if he even hit 20. I'm not saying anything wrong about Stephen Curry. Do you want to know what it is? Dwyane Wade was one of the most athletic shooting guards in NBA history. One of the fastest, one of the strongest, one of the best defensive guards. If you think he can't get around those screens to stick up with Stephen Curry, and if you think he can't stay in front of Stephen Curry, go look up the stats. Dwyane Wade is one of the best one-on-one defenders in NBA history. I'm pretty sure he's like top 12. And then for people to sit there and say that Stephen Curry would destroy Dwyane Wade, that was so disrespectful. And then you had people saying that Kevin Durant is better than Dwyane Wade. Maybe at this point in D Wade's career, yeah, Kevin Durant's obviously a better player. But I was talking about 2013. I was talking about prime Dwyane Wade. I was talking about before that as well. I was talking about 2006 D Wade, 2009 D Wade. And people are saying, oh, Kevin Durant was still better. How the hell is Kevin Durant better than Dwyane Wade? Honestly. Kevin Durant is a scorer. Primarily a scorer. He can rebound the basketball. He can control the tempo. He can do so much on the floor. I give you that. He's the second best player in the world as of now. But Dwyane Wade did so much more on the floor. First of all, I cannot name 5 other players in NBA history that could carry a team the way Dwyane Wade did. As soon as he was drafted, I'm pretty sure he hit a game winner in the playoffs and they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Or maybe semifinals and then Eastern Conference Finals and then the finals. He won an NBA championship his 3rd year in the league as a finals MVP, putting up the best numbers in NBA history for someone of his age and experience level. And for you guys to sit there and disrespect Dwyane Wade, someone that averaged 35, 8, and 5 in the 2006 NBA Finals, for you guys to sit there and say Kevin Durant did more than Dwyane Wade did on the court in his prime, that doesn't make any sense because Dwyane Wade did everything Kevin Durant does. Except Dwyane Wade is a killer defender. Dwyane Wade could take over like Jordan. Dwyane Wade could take over like Kobe. He could take over like LeBron. Dwyane Wade was one of those top-tier superstars. I'm not saying Kevin Durant isn't, but all I'm saying is there's no way in hell Kevin Durant was better than Dwyane Wade in his prime. And you guys know how I feel about Kevin Durant. I praise him all the time as being the second best player in the world. So you can't even say I'm being biased. And then you have people in the comments saying I'm biased. How the hell am I being biased? Think about it logically. The 2013 Miami Heat were one of the best defensive teams in NBA history. They were one of the best offensive teams in NBA history. LeBron had his best year in NBA history. For 5 consecutive games, he shot 60% from the field, 50% from 3. The dude was shooting 50% from the floor, 40% from 3, and like 78% from the free throw line that season. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on, man. and they won 27 straight games. They had so much depth. They had Shane Battier, they had Mike Miller, they had Ray Allen, they had Norris Cole, Mario Chalmers, Birdman. And then people, don't even get me started on Chris Bosh. People were saying, how is Chris Bosh an NBA superstar? Are you kidding me? I'm pretty sure that $120-something million contract proves why he's an NBA superstar. Because I'm pretty sure every freaking team during that 2014 NBA free agency was offering Chris Bosh upwards of $100+ million. You want to know why? Because he's one of the most dominant big men in the last decade. And that's a fact. Before he came to Miami, where he was the third option, what do you expect is going to happen if you go from first option to third option? Do you think LeBron would average the same numbers if LeBron went from the first option to the third option? Do you think Dwyane Wade would average the same numbers going from first to second? Just from going from first to second, D-Wade started averaging like 18 points per game. So now you know why Chris Bosh was averaging only 16. LeBron was putting up like 26, 27, 28 points per game. What do you expect? You expect D-Wade to still average 30? You expect Chris Bosh to still average 20 plus? 22 points per game? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. For you guys to sit there and say he's not an NBA superstar because in Game 7 he scored 0 points. I'm pretty sure he was like 0 for 5 in the field. And if you know anything about superstars, they know how to impact the game. Yeah, he shot 0 for 5 from the field. But guess what? Guess what happened? He still got that elite rebound. I'm pretty sure this was 2013 as well. He still got that rebound. He still kicked it out to Ray Allen. If he didn't do that, what would have happened? They would have lost the game. Oh, but you don't think about that. Superstars know how to impact the game. If you're struggling from the field, why would you keep shooting the basketball? Why? The logic of some of these people, man. I love you guys to death, but yesterday you guys, that was the first time I actually got irritated because some of the things you people were saying, there's this one idiot that expects me to reply to his comment calling me, Chris Bosh, bastard son. Obviously, I'm a Chris Bosh fan. Obviously, I'm a 2003 draft fan. But it's, the reasons behind it are not biased at all. You cannot sit there and tell me they were not 4 of the top 10 players of the last decade. You cannot sit there and tell me Chris Bosh isn't an NBA superstar. So why, if he's not an NBA superstar, why the hell are these teams offering him a $100+ million contract? How come last season before he got injured, he was averaging 21 and 9? How come before he was the third option, his career averages were 22 and 10? Can you explain that? Oh, no, you can't explain that because apparently, according to you guys, he's not an NBA superstar because he shot over 5 in a Game 7. You want to talk about that, but then when I bring up Stephen Curry not scoring in the final 3 minutes of Game 7 in the NBA Finals and choking in Game 7 because he played awful, when I mentioned that, oh, no, he was injured, this and that, this. But you weren't saying he was injured when he was screaming, I'm back. You weren't saying, oh, he's injured when they were up 3-1. You see what I'm saying? And then I get called biased. How the hell am I biased? I try to be as non-opinionated as possible and just rely on facts. But yet, not all of you guys, but some of you guys still sit there and say that I am biased. How? Because I say the Knicks are going to do well? What, are you mad at me for being prideful for my team? At least I was there for my team even when they sucked. At least I was still defending them when they sucked. At least I was still defending Carmelo Anthony when he was getting all his flack. I didn't see you guys there for Stephen Curry when he was injured and everyone's saying, oh, he's not going to make it in this league. I didn't see you guys then. I didn't see you guys then when the Golden State Warriors weren't making the playoffs. I didn't see you guys when Stephen Curry was taking a backseat to Monte Ellis. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I've been on LeBron's side since day one. I've been on Dwyane Wade's side since day one. I've been on Carmelo Anthony's side since day one. I've been on Chris Bosh's side since day one. So for you guys to sit there and tell me I'm biased, and you guys don't even understand why I truly like them. I truly like them not just because they're so dominant on the basketball floor. I like them because what they do off the court. Go look at what D-Wade is doing right now in Chicago. Go look at what Carmelo Anthony is doing, LeBron and Chris Bosh. And then you can sit there and tell me they suck. They're not good role models. Come on, guys. I'm sorry. I love you guys to death. I'm never going to stop making videos. I love commenting and debating with you guys. But sometimes it's, I don't know if you guys should do that to try and get me irritated so I can make a video or something, but yesterday was just too much, man. I don't care about the likes and dislikes. It's just some of the things people were saying that were so disrespectful to Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, and it's just, and LeBron as well. Like, yeah, we all understand LeBron choked in 2011, but we also understand he's never choked like that ever again in his life. You know, some people learn in different ways, and it took LeBron understanding, okay, I can't be the facilitator, and that's why in that offseason, Dwyane Wade told LeBron, look, I'm going to take a backseat. You need to lead this team. And what happened after that? They went back to back, and they would have three-peated. Okay, but San Antonio Spurs were like one of the best teams in NBA history in 2014. That was ridiculous how good they were. You know what I mean? So, like, for people to say things like that, and then, you know, when I'm talking about like Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, and you guys are sitting there and saying they're not superstars, and that Kevin Durant is better than D Wade, you know, that doesn't make sense to me. You know, and then I had someone try to argue saying that, you know, Kevin Durant has more accomplishments than Dwyane Wade. How the hell does he have more accomplishments than Dwyane Wade? How? Dwyane Wade is a Finals MVP. Dwyane Wade is a 10-plus time All-Star. Dwyane Wade is a 3-time champion. Dwyane Wade has a scoring title. Dwyane Wade has this. Dwyane Wade has that. For people to say things like that, that irks me, man. Because Kevin Durant has yet to win an NBA championship. He's had Russell Westbrook, one of the league's best players in the world, for the past 7 years. Now, I understand he wasn't always one of the best players in the world, but for the last 3-4 years, he was a top 20 player at least. You know, and that, like, so to me, that doesn't make sense.